Nagbabalik po ang special coverage ng Central Luzon TV 36 sa mga naging tagpo sa 27th North Luzon Area Business Conference. Ang simbolikong seremonya ng pagpupulong o conference call to order ng 27th NLAB-C ay pinangunahan ni Mr. Robert Lim, ang PCCI Vice President for North Luzon.
Thank you and cheer to the success of the 27 North Luzon Area Business Conference, ABC. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Robert E. Lim, PCCI Vice President for Northern Luzon.
Tugon sa pagpapalawak ng network at magandang laban o makabuluhang kompetensya ng mga negosyo sa rehiyon. Ang advokasya ng Pampanga Chamber of Commerce and Industry na pinangungunahan ni Mr. Levy P. Laus, ang Chairman Emeritus ng PAMCHAM. Narito ang bahagi ng kanyang naging pahayag sa pagsalubong sa mga kalahok sa 27th North Luzon Area Business Conference.
Distinguished delegates, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, a pleasant afternoon to all. As Chairman of the Pampanga Chamber of Commerce and Industry, or PAMCHAM, and on behalf of Vice Chair Rene Romero, who incidentally is the Chairman, Director of this conference, and on behalf of President Jess Nicdao and our Board of Directors, I warmly welcome everyone to the 27th North Luzon Area Business Conference of the Philippine Chamber of Commerce and Industry. It is a huge privilege and honor, ladies and gentlemen. In the next 2 days, what we will do and aim to accomplish can help shape the future of Central and Northern Luzon, aptly referred to as North Luzon. Coming to reality in a generation, this gathering from this perspective is not only transformational but transcendental. The positive effects could go beyond our borders and our time. Indeed, our overarching conference theme, North Luzon, this is our time, conjures great possibilities beyond our imagination. The overall impact cannot be overemphasized in terms of how it will build our collective confidence for the future. Where we are today did not happen in a vacuum. Over the past many years, government has achieved the needed momentum, accelerated growth with its resources to prime North Luzon. With more resources available for its progressive thrust, government has buttressed local businesses to further feed the unprecedented growth trend. Having said that, we are honored as we are grateful for this rare opportunity to host this conference for the 20 chambers in 4 regions, namely Regions 1, 2, 3, and CAR. I can assure you that the time you will devote here will certainly be worth your time and presence. This is a generational experience that is long overdue. In the 27 long years of PCCI's existence in this part of the country, this is the first time for us at PAMCHAM to hold this business conference. And it is in this context, this is really a historic watermark for us. This conference takes us to challenging terrain of possibilities that beckon us to tread and explore the hidden wealth of ideas and opportunities that will be presented along the way. Our countless and unique expectations for this event will be ably met by our prominent guests and resource speakers who will tackle a wide gamut ranging from ASEAN tourism to economic forecasts, countryside investment to public-private partnership, agricultural development to technological innovations, infrastructure benefiting the different regions, of North Luzon. Obviously, no one should miss out any of these vital areas of conversation. We will have no less than former President and now Congresswoman Gloria Macapagal Arroyo as our keynote speaker. The other speakers of global stature who will walk us through the future. We will have Air Asia Group CEO Tony Fernandez, eminent economist Dr. Bernie Villegas, Dr. Maria Catalina Cabral, Undersecretary of Public Works, and other prominent government technocrats and outstanding private business leaders and entrepreneurs. We will be led in this journey to the gracious presence and participation of PCCI President Alegria S. Limjoco and PCCI Vice President Robert Lim. Together with them are the members of the board of PCCI and 4 regional governors, namely Ernesto Panis of CAR, Alexander Ang of Region 1, Cloyd Velasco of Region 2, and Gregoria Simbulan of Region 3. Other important personalities who will join us include Attorney Raul Lambino, the Administrator and CEO of CESA, BCDA President Vince Dizon, SIAC President Alex Caugiran, and Dr. Frankie Villanueva, the past PCCI Regional Governor of Region 3. At this point, I wish also to inform you that Pampanga Governor Lilia Pineda will tender a welcome dinner tonight for us. This will be followed by a Broadway show that will present the award-winning talents from Pampanga and Central Luzon under the auspices of CLTV 36. Before the end of the 2-day affair, we will give away raffle prizes that would include round-trip tickets from Clark to Taipei, from Manila to Saigon, Clark to anywhere. These are the direct flights, and these are courtesy of no less than the Air Asia's CEO, Mr. Tony Fernandez. We will also have a free ticket to Dubai, courtesy of the Clark International Aviation Complex, or SIAC, courtesy of President Alex Caugiran. Last but not least, let me thank our various sponsors for their cooperation and overwhelming support to this event. We are sincerely grateful for the more than 4 million sponsorship that was extended to Pampanga Chamber of Commerce. Let's give them a big hand, please. I would say that their prompt and authentic response to our call, as always, shows PAMCHAM's stature and reputation in this part of North Luzon. We hold this conference against the backdrop of unmistakable and huge window of opportunity to help construct a better economic future for North Luzon. The backdrop is compelling. We have a current growth of between 6 to 7%. The latest was 6.8%. Our economy is touted as one of the fastest growing in the world and in Asia. The present administration has anchored this growth to its Build program with its unprecedented magnitude. Progress and prosperity summon our collective action and vision. In the current scheme of things, we are more than businessmen and entrepreneurs. We are active, dynamic, and evolving role players. At PAMCHAM, we have vowed to be catalysts of growth to prime countryside development. North Luzon, our time has come. And as we look forward to great and incredible things to come, let us be clear and straightforward about our focus. We want to make inclusive growth not just a pipe dream, but a meaningful, fruitful reality for everyone. Not just us, but everyone. That's inclusive, ladies and gentlemen. North Luzon, the clarion call is here. This is our time. Thank you very much and very fruitful conference to all of us.
Thank you, Mr. Levy P. Laus.
Pinangunahan din ng binansagang Mother of Franchising Industry na si Philippine Chamber of Commerce and Industry o PCCI President Alegria S. Limjoco ang 27th NLAB C. Sa track record ni PCCI President Limjoco, positibo siyang maibababa sa mga MSME o Micro Small Medium Enterprises ang oportunidad sa franchising industry.
To the Chairman of Pampanga Chamber, and of course, our host here in Laos Convention Center, Mr. Levy Laus. To the President of the Pampanga Chamber, Mr. Jess Nicdao. To the Chairman of the 27th North Luzon ABC, Mr. Rene Romero. To the Regional Governor of Region 3 and the Gigi Simbulan, and the hardworking husband who just had the chamber management this morning, Rene Simbulan. To the North Luzon AVP, Robert Lim. Congratulations to you all. This is just the start of our area business conferences. So, it is definitely an honor for PCCI National to be part of this 27th North Luzon Area Business Conference. Pampanga is touted not only as the culinary capital of the Philippines, but gateway in Luzon. In 2016, the region was recognized as the second fastest growing economy with 9.5% GDP. Let's give Pampanga a big hand. Region 3. There's really so much activity here. This is the place where investors are looking. That's why the theme, "This is our time," is very appropriate. Our economy is definitely growing from good to great, and there are many reasons why. Because of here we have the Clark, Subic, the CESO there, and definitely the build is here in the heart of North Luzon. Following the success of my predecessor, now Chairman George Barcelon, Giant Steps, our theme now is Giant Steps to Prosperity for Inclusive Business. As Mr. Laus said, it is not just a dream, but it must be for everybody else. And for this, we want to improve overall competitiveness, to lower the cost of doing business. Then we really want to support the micro, small, and medium enterprises, possibly to enter global production and supply chain through an engaging environment. Talking about global, there is an opportunity for all our local manufacturers here to join the China Import and International Expo on November 5 to 10. These are different producers that can sell to China. They have opened this window, and let us take the opportunity to show all our various products. Definitely here in Pampanga, we have so many entrepreneurs that can definitely join this. We have, for other projects of our PCCI, we have the Invest Tour program of the PCCI Tourism, which is headed by our director, Mr. Sammy Lim. Sammy Lim, can you please stand to be recognized? Which seeks to contribute in revving up tourist arrivals in the country. I'm sure you've read this in the front page of the businesses, wherein it says it wants to attract more than 20 million visitors. Then, for our agriculture, we have Mr. Aspire, Mr. Bobby Amores. Can you please stand, Mr. Bobby Amores, to be... He just had a seminar this morning, and Aspire stands for the Agribusiness Support for Promotion and Investment Regional Exposition with PCCI, Department of Agriculture, and the Department of Trade and Industry. We enjoin each and every one from our local chambers to actively support PCCI in the journey towards inclusive growth. We have to grow our countryside and transform lives through entrepreneurship. The trillion peso budget of our president is not going to Imperial Manila, but going to the countryside. Definitely, it is your time. This Area Business Conference is the first part of our Area Business Conferences. We will have our NCR with AVP Pete Dumana. Pete. For South Luzon, we will have with Tita Liabres, the AVP. For Visayas, we have our AVP and Consul Sam Choson. And for Mindanao, we have our AVP Merlo Kisumbing. Okay. And it will culminate in the annual Philippine Business Conference and Exposition on October 18 and 19 at Manila Hotel. And the chairman of our Philippine Business Conference this year is none other than Ramon Ang. So there is a lot of surprise in store for all of you. So please save the date, October 18 and 19. With this, we hope you will take advantage of the 2 days conference here, and we look forward to your engaging and spirited participation here at the 27th North Luzon Area Business Conference. Dakal asalamat po kay kayungan.
Dakal muna pong salamat, PCCI President Ms. Alegria S. Limjoco.
Naipaliwanag din ni Pampanga Chamber of Commerce and Industry o PAMCHAM, Jess Nicdao, ang disenyo ng plenaryo na naging bukas sa lahat upang magkaroon ng komprehensibong talakayan.
Distinguished speakers, our dear generous sponsors, guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Let me start by expressing my gratitude and appreciation to all of you for being here today, accepting our invitation to the 27th North Luzon Area Business Conference. The rigorous and painstaking preparations we devoted to the many activities and plenaries of the conference is now exceedingly rewarded by your generous presence. Let me also give due acknowledgement to the PCCI officers headed by our Kabalen, President Bing Limjoco, who exercised her influence over her many organizations, the Philippine Franchising Association in particular, for contributing to the success of this momentous event. We just had the opening ceremonies earlier in the afternoon, and the franchise exhibit is now ongoing. Please make time within to visit them. She also brought to Pampanga the PCCI Board of Directors meeting held this morning at Car World. Our sincere appreciation being for giving credence to our wish list for PCCI, which you solicited when you took office this year. We expressed our desire for PCCI to bring some of its activities out of Metro Manila to the countryside and highlight the different attributes of the individual provinces of the regions, further encouraging business linkages between big business in the national capital region with our local homegrown companies in the countryside. May I also convey our deepest appreciation to the Philippine Franchising Association for the overwhelming success of the 2 franchising seminars held yesterday, one of the 2 pre-conference activities of the North Luzon ABC. Of course, our sincere gratitude to DTI Region 3 and DTI Pampanga for the fund support. You are indeed our partners in the capacity building and capability enhancement of our MSMEs. Speaking of DTI and MSMEs, you may have seen the trade fair at the event center's covered foyer. This is made possible by the efforts of Pampanga's Med Council, chaired by PAMCHAM Director Terry Carlos and DTI Pampanga Director Len Ordonio, through the generous support of DTI Region 3 Director Judith Angeles. Please visit and patronize the products of our 20 SME exhibitors from the 7 provinces of Region 3. May I also mention another pre-conference activity, the 27th North Luzon ABC Invitational Golf Tournament yesterday. Kudos to Tournament Chairman, PAMCHAM Director Willie Tan, palakpakan naman natin si Willie, and Vice Chairman, PAMCHAM Director Cesar Ocampo. Some clips of the tournament will be shown in the course of the conference for your viewing appreciation. Let me also give due acknowledgement to PCCI Director Mr. Robert Amores, Chair of PCCI's Agriculture Committee, ably assisted by Ms. Donna Angulo, supported by the Department of Agriculture and the Department of Trade and Industry, for the successful conduct of the Agribusiness Capacity Building Workshop and Business Matching early this morning. We hope to be able to later highlight in the plenary for agriculture the successes of these matching. Of course, let me not forget PCCI Secretariat Assistants headed by Assistant Secretary General Edwin Glindro, ably supported by Ms. Angie Basilan and Ms. Grace Morelia, for the guidance and support extended to us in the organization of the entire conference, particularly the program, which became more relevant for businesses and encouraged opportunities for private and public linkaging as a result. At this point, let me briefly give you a run-through of the program today and tomorrow. The first plenary will discuss ASEAN tourism developments from a global perspective and the emerging opportunities for North Luzon. Our guest resource speaker, Mr. Tony Fernandez, will provide us with trends in aviation and how tourism is expected to develop in the ASEAN region. The second plenary will delve on the benefits of North Luzon area, meaning Cordillera Autonomous Region, Regions 1, 2, and 3 will derive from the Build program of the government. Our resource person will give us government's development plans relative to this huge infrastructure program. This evening, after the conclusion of the 2 plenaries, we can look forward to a sumptuous dinner and a taste of Broadway. You should not miss that, courtesy of our provincial government headed by Governor Lilia Pineda and Vice Governor Dennis Pineda. They may not be able to join us tonight, but promise to see all of us tomorrow. The Broadway musical will showcase the global talents of our local Kapampangan singers and dancers, discovered and trained by our regional television station, CLTV 36. Tomorrow, we will resume the third plenary with a credible and renewed economist, Mr. Bernie Villegas, whose economic and business outlook have guided many business tycoons and Philippine presidents, including our incumbent President Duterte. This alone speaks well of the credibility and dependability of his economic forecasts. The fourth, fifth, and sixth plenaries will interface with our partner government agencies, the Department of Interior and Local Government, the Department of Agriculture, and the Department of Science and Technology. The heads and experts of these three government agencies will apprise us of their ongoing programs intended to enhance capabilities of our local businesses in the countryside. Of course, the three plenaries will also gather and present the private sector perspective and how the chambers of commerce can better supplement and complement these government projects to better cascade them to the intended beneficiaries in the business sector. And finally, before we adjourn our conference tomorrow, the resolutions of each of the 20 local chambers of commerce in the North Luzon region will be presented to our Area Vice President, Mr. Robert Lim. The resolutions gathered and compiled within the 3-day activities of the 27th North Luzon ABC from May 16 to May 18. These resolutions will then be turned over by our Area Vice President to the Philippine Business Conference in October this year to be presented to and for consideration by the President of the Philippines. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is the 27th North Luzon Area Business Conference. Thank you very much and a pleasant day to everyone.
Thank you so much, PAMCHAM President Mr. Jess S. Nicdao.